Hey everyone, my name is Raro Lae with the Raro Lae Show. I'm extremely excited to interview both you, Sam, and Jack from Bust Down for this interview. I had the privilege of being able to watch some of the pre-screeners ahead of time and absolutely hilarious. Like I was
Yeah.
dying laughing. Like it's so good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. That's fire.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hop into it. First and foremost, I think it's incredible that as a group of friends, you guys were able to produce this amazing series together. Something that I found even more interesting about it was the fact that you guys like stuck to your actual names inside as like the cast. And so one of my questions with that was, what were the pros and cons you were thinking about of doing that? And I only ask that to say because when the fans get really into the show, they like are not always able to separate the character from the actual performer, actor, or actress and stuff. So what were your thought processes going into that? Are you ready for people to be tracking you down on the street and saying like, Jack, Sam, why'd you do that in the show?
Yeah, I mean, Sam said it before, and Sam said it for years now.
Yeah.
It was a bad idea. We were just lazy, and to be honest, I was. If Sam's name was, you know, Auburn, I would have called her Sam throughout the whole show, and we would have to do 100 takes because I would have kept calling her Sam. So, it wasn't no genius move. It wasn't no like tactical move. We're just incredibly lazy.
Yeah. I think it was just and honestly too, the characters are us. They're
Us.
exaggerated versions of who we actually are and how we actually see each other. And so to name us something else would have felt really weird because it's
been a lie.
honestly, it's me acting like me. And so it's like a little bit of a stretch to call me something else. So yeah, I think it was also that too, just trying to stay connected to what we were doing and allowing us to blow it up and push it further. The names helped that.
And so another thing that I found that was so amazing is the fact that you guys all had history prior to this and knew each other prior. So it's not like you just came on set and were like, all right, let's try and figure this out. And both of you guys also are writers on SNL and well-established comedians. Being on the set, what would you say is the craziest thing that happened? I always like asking that because I feel like there's always like crazy stories and different things that we don't always see on cameras when we get to watch this series. So what would you say was the craziest thing that happened on set?
We didn't really have that much, it was a pretty shoot and go kind of set. So we didn't really have that much space to have anything crazy go down.
Got it.
But in between scenes were some of the hardest I've ever laughed, where you would just sit there and not just with the four of us, but the Dominiques of the world, the Freddie Gibbs of the world, some of the other co-stars that came in. Like it was truly a really funny set. Like everybody was just naturally super funny. So when we weren't like rush go get it done, you were hearing some of the funniest riffs and jokes you could even imagine.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I guess it wasn't crazy, but one of my favorite moments is I had to put the dress on and stuff, and I was sitting in the dress just kind of waiting around. And honestly, the whole day I was very glad Freddie wasn't there. I was like, dress. I'm so glad Freddie's not here. And I just let me just get this out the way. And Freddie came in and I was sitting there in a dress, and excuse my language, he looked at me and he said, "What the fuck is going on here?" And I was just and that's probably one of the
about Freddie.
Yeah, it was very funny. And I was very much embarrassed because most of the time I spent on set trying to convince him I was a bro. And
for it all to come crashing down.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So that is my time. Thank you guys so much for taking the time of your day to answer these questions. Can't wait for the official premiere. Have an amazing day.
You too. Thank you so much.